My chance to change never came. I guess you lost me long ago. Now it's time that you should know that I don't believe you when you say there must be another way. And I don't have time.
Hey guys, welcome to another amazing episode of Media Strikes Back. I'm joined on the couch today with Emerson. Emerson, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. I would hope that you'd be good.
I am. It's a nice Sunday afternoon.
It's beautiful today. How's your week been?
Good.
Good.
Normal.
Had some gigs?
Yes.
Yep.
Been gigging. Did a hip hop gig on Friday. Last night, just MC at a Room nightclub. Tonight,
Nice.
I'll be doing another gig at Pawn & Co.
Yep.
It's a soulful house thing.
Yep.
But it's probably one of my favourite ones. I like that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the kind of music that you do? I mean, we've seen you on the show before, but
Yeah.
how would you describe it? Because it's a mix of a couple.
Yeah, it's within that genre of soul, funk, hip hop, bluesy. I like jazz and all that sort of stuff, but I'd say it's just like a soul, R&B, soul, neo soul, funk sort of
Oh,
thing.
okay. I like neo soul. That's really cool.
Yeah, neo soul's my favourite.
Speaking of which, we're actually going to cross to a band called On Sierra. So you've had a lot of experience with bands, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
lots of fun.
It's my favourite.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're going to see what's cool about On Sierra.
Hi, we're here with On Sierra. Now, if you Google that, it means a chain of mountains or hills. But is that why you named your band that?
It could be. Yes.
A little.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a creative yes, but I couldn't. So the Sierra Ranges, they're like a sawtooth-shaped mountain peak. And we like that because we use a lot of distortion, or in the past have used a lot of distortion on the guitar and the bass. So the distorted wavelength is also called a sawtooth wavelength.
Wouldn't have picked that.
Sounds epic. So
Yeah.
it
We're
it's
on it.
So were you mates previously, or how did you all meet?
Well,
RSVP. No, I just thought I'd put,
adult matchmaking. My name is Looking for Her 87.
We've got a very relaxed band here today. They've had a
that day,
few.
please.
I think it might be real.
couple of brews, eh?
Calm the nerves.
Well,
Speaking
Liam, or
about-
Yam, and I, we met through a series of Battle of the Band competitions in the western suburbs.
His band
West
always
Side!
been
Oh,
mine.
yeah. And we played against each other, not literally, in different bands.
We were in a death metal band.
Yeah!
Bit of a demo for you.
And then we bumped into each other at a it was like a metal punk club night called Next. Yes, we used to go to Next. I'm sorry. And this guy was like, "Hey man, I'm starting a new project. We should jam at some point. Playing a bit of this, I didn't know what he was talking about in terms of artists. But then I started to listen to him. I'm like, yeah, sweet, I can get down on that. We jammed. Yam knew Adrian. Rat.
Right.
Yam and Rat. It's so much easier than multiple syllables. I already have only one syllable. I'm all good. And so Yam and a few other mates were recording Rat's old band. What were you guys called again?
My Old Machine, yeah.
To get here, this is obviously the best job you've had to date. Have you had any horrid jobs that you wish you were never
Horror stories.
involved in?
I was a meter reader for Power Core while they were doing the smart meter installation. I was attacked by a dog where I was off work for a week. Bit me right on my forearm. I was also stopped by the police accused of
Maybe we'll cut.
No,
there.
that wasn't. It wasn't actually. Basically, I have normally don't have this, and I just have the creepy mustache. Creepy dude with a mustache lurking around the front of people's houses in a big blue jacket. Yeah.
Career highlight.
Yeah. Loitering in people's front yards. So yeah, basically, the police rocked up, asked me a couple of questions. Didn't believe that I was actually 23 because I was 23 at the time. Yeah.
So if the band got really built up and you had diehard fans, how would you deal with a situation like that? How would you deal with someone throwing
celebrities.
Rose petals?
Probably keep doing what we're doing now, I guess.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be any different.
Maybe do some like wrist and digit strengthening exercises. We'd probably be signing a lot of autographs.
Would you embrace it though? Would you?
Like that.
Would you enjoy having diehard fans following you around?
How die hard?
Really diehard.
It'd be nice playing to bigger crowds. Would probably
That's
be
the
about
upside,
it.
I think.
Maybe
Yeah.
girls taking their tops off and just throwing
Open
them at
to
you on
stalkers.
stage.
Oh look, we're all in relationships, so we're not into that.
Good to hear. Good boys.
It was really good.
I know. I agree.
I was very impressed with that.
Yeah. What do you love about the live scene?
I think it's good that you know people are working as musicians.
Yep.
I think it's important that like people still support that sort of music. I mean, within Melbourne, within Australia, everywhere, the nightclub scene is huge, and I do love it. But it's good to support the like live music scene. I think it's creative.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been doing it. How have you been doing
I've
it
been
for a
doing it
while?
for about 10 years now.
Wow. And what's one of your best experiences in the live scene?
I've had a few.
Okay.
Probably like I've done a few gigs at the ESPY.
Okay.
And just it's a larger stage with a big crowd, and just when you're playing your own music, especially, and like the crowd is just vibing, it's really cool especially when you're doing your own music.
Yeah.
It's a real fun experience.
Awesome. Well, we're going to cut to an ad, guys, and we'll be back with more.
Yeah. Really trying to make this on the fly. He's telling me which note to play. 'Cause we just trying to jam for you. This is sort of funky. Yeah.
And we're back this time with Emerson, who's still on the couch. And
Sure I am.
Yes, and it's all about you now. So spotlight shining. You like a bit of that, yeah?
I don't mind
okay,
a bit
cool.
of spotlight.
Okay,
yeah.
that's good. Well, you're in the right industry.
I guess. Yeah.
So Emerson, tell us a little bit about your music in general and being a solo artist in Melbourne.
Yeah, well, as we spoke about before, my main influences are like soul and hip hop.
Yep.
blues, funk, jazz. You know, that's getting a sort of a pattern there. You know, all that type of music. I've been playing with live bands. I do play with a few different ones, and we play around Melbourne, all the different live scenes, whether it's in St Kilda or the city or like the north side. I also do a lot of recording for a lot of different artists, like whether they're hip hop producers or house producers. I'm doing my own thing as well. I'm sort of like I'm in the process of recording like a sort of like demo-y mixtape thing. I'm getting all like my favorite 90s hip hop beats and doing my own vocals over the top of them.
Cool. Like what? What's your what 90s beats?
Like
La Bush or like?
No. So I'm like into like all like to be specific, like East Coast hip hop 90s beats.
You like that record? Look up to the way they rock like they don't rock out the beats and they don't rock out. They got look up, let it look for the fly. Look up, let it look for the fly. Look up, let it down for the fly. Look up, let me sing it up. It comes over the guns up. It comes over the guns up. It comes over the guns up. It's up, they give up, but never up for the beats and they repeat up and up.
I want to actually talk to you a little bit about being a solo artist in Melbourne, because there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
And it obviously makes you very flexible and quite versatile, if that makes sense. Like, you know how you said you kind of do a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of that. You know, when you're kind of locked into something, it's kind of it. But because you're a solo artist, does that give you that freedom to do many things?
I guess I probably like could have the freedom to do a lot of things. I do stick to sort of like my genres. I mean, to me, soul, funk, and hip hop is all the same. It all comes from the same thing. So to me, I'm pretty like I guess closed-minded sort of, like when I just stick with what I love and what I'm good at. But I do have the option to do lots of different, you know, projects and different styles of music. But that's not something that I've really like gone after yet.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. And like, what would you say to other artists as well that are like you, that are solo and they're doing that kind of stuff? Would you tell them to, you know, just kind of stick to that genre, or would you kind of tell them to do different projects to get that different experience, or what would you say?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I think if you're like really just like into a certain genre, I think it's best just to stay with that.
Yep.
Like, because that's what you love and that's what's you. If you try and do something that isn't you, like just to, you know, sell, then I mean, all power to you if it works and it's good. But you know, I sort of respect the you know musos like keeping it real.
Yeah.
And you know, just doing it from the heart. But if you just generally like lots of stuff, then do it, rock it, you know.
So your advice is cool, but don't sell out.
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yep.
Put it there.
I love it, man, you know? I'm gonna try it. I might look like a dickhead if I fuck it up, but we'll give it a go, alright? right. Anyone, funny. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, na, na, na. Oh. Oh, yeah. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all good? If I had a drink, I'd say cheese. So I'm gonna say cheese anyway. Cheese, y'all. I'm just gonna do like a big random. I'm gonna cheese, y'all. Like that. I like that. Keep on going, keep on going, yeah. Keep it going, keep it on. Keep it on, keep it on. Set the house, yeah.
Okay, guys, we're back with something really, really exciting. Emerson, I got to go rap jumping. Now, have you heard of rap jumping?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy.
It is.
I do like it though. It looks really funny, but
Nah.
it looks scary.
Yeah, but once you do it 3 times, it's okay. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, rap jumping's awesome, guys. If you're ever around, definitely try it. It's the best fun. Like when you're up on top, actually I was up top and all I could see was the Westgate Bridge. And I was like, wow. And
Have you done the other, like just the backwards abseiling?
no,
or-
I haven't.
So you've just gone just
Yeah.
full into it.
Yep, just had to.
Yeah.
Just had to smile away and jump down. So we're going to check out more of that right now in my experience rap jumping. Now, how did I go today, honestly?
Well, obviously the first one, because we do 3 goes here, because your first is apple, oranges and pears. Your first one, I was a bit concerned, because there was a bit of tearing going on and calls for mum and the Lord's Prayer and everything else. And you done really well. You went off there, you faced your fears, and that's what it's all about,
I loved it. How long have you been doing this for?
I started doing rope work back in this is going to really show my age here, in 1983 when I was in the Army, I was in Australian SAS, and I started this commercially in Cairns and back in 1989, 90, And since then, we've been all over the world doing it. We've done a lot of TV stuff, in the States. But the whole thing is there too is you've got to get people down. You've really got to make them feel comfortable when they come up on the roof. Oh, we can't do that.
This is horrible, Snip.
But I tell you what, you don't get me. This is what you call brownie points. You don't get me watching 7 or 9 or 10. I watch 31. Why? It's because it's the community.
So, when I'm going down, I'm holding it like that, but I'm not actually holding it.
Yeah, you just let the rope run through your hand.
And my hand is like on my hip? Or?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Out here, like say, we keep our hands open. It's probably one of the hardest things you'll do in life because the little brain goes, no.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And everything else.
Well, especially when you're looking down on the Westgate Bridge, of course you're going to say no.
Yeah, well, a while ago, because we got a couple of guys here from one of the hire companies there, and I said to them, let's get a cherry picker with $10,000, and try to put it in somebody's hand at the top, and I guarantee nobody's hand would open because of the fear.
That's great. And what do you love most about rap jumping in general? Because you do it like in 3 seconds. I think we timed it too. It's crazy.
Well, I have been doing it a long time, and and because we teach our guys, and the whole thing is here too, whatever we do, safety is paramount. and everything else, from our ropes, our checking, our logging and everything else. So with the experience of myself going there, it just lets people know, well, one, you're definitely not dead at 55, believe me, life just kicks off. And but the beauty is that I think is what the feeling I get from you guys. Because at the end of the day, life, you can sit in a trailer in St Kilda, you can sit in a tram, you can walk down the street, you say good day to somebody, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to do the Paul Hogan thing. They think you're flirting or whatever. Here, we meet people that we've never met in a million years, and within that hour, you're lifelong friends.
I'm feeling pretty nervous. I think I'm okay now, but I think like when I get up to the corner and I look down, I just go, it's just like, oh my God. And you can see the West Gate and you can see everyone down there. So I don't know. I think it's just about like getting a certain movement so I can go. But yeah. I hope it's fun. It's about to go down. I'm about to go down. Literally.
Sound of the streets, can we hear them calling? Here we stand, under the spell, come take us higher. I never thought I'd lay my heart on the line. I'm breaking all the rules just to have you inside.
And for us, when people say a job, I think it's a way of life, really. And we do play a lot of our two things are obviously jumping off building, getting you guys off the building, and we're all lawn bowlers.
Yeah, so at the start it was really awkward. I don't think I hardly moved. The last 3 jumps I got it, but I have to it's weird, you can't really hold on to the rope a lot.
Yeah, that's why you just let it
Yeah, let it slide, I know. So he's like, your backhand, and I was like, yeah. But the last 3 jumps I kind of got it, but yeah, it's just... Yeah. Now I'm kind of aware of the movement, so it's you guys should try.
That's crazy.
It is. It's insane. It's such a big adrenaline rush when you're up there, and then you go down, and it's I can't explain it. But as soon as I did it once, I was like, oh, I got to do it again. I got to do this 3 times.
I'll have to do it the first time.
Yeah, no,
soon.
you got to do it 3 because everything comes in 3s, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Yes, I guess, yeah. I guess they do.
Sweet. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you're going to go try rap jumping because it's really cool. Emerson, where can we find you online?
Basically, just go to Emerson Alexander on Facebook. It's got all the links to all my other, my YouTube and SoundCloud and all that. So, yeah, Emerson Alexander on Facebook.
Nice. Well, guys, that's a wrap for today after rap jumping. That's a really bad joke. Anyway.
No, I was waiting for it.
So catch us, jump on our website, www.mediastrikes.com. Jump on our Facebook page, Media Strikes Back. And listen to our Twitter, our banter when the show is on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good night and we'll see you next time.